Hi guys, so I have just finished the reading on the election of Devin Nunes versus Andrew Yance, and Andrew Yance wins, okay, because of all this stuff is going to go down with Devin Nunes. So anyway, I wanted to do that first, I guess, because I don't know why. I guess I feel like obviously we want justice to be done, but I think ultimately what will really impact us is whether we can get the seat, okay, the Democrats. Okay, so that we work towards the majority here. Okay, so this reading is about tape. Not people tape, but the Nunes. Nunes is very smart. He goes and talks. He's like, oh my god, it reminds me. I still think. I'll tell you something. It's kind of embarrassing, but I do watch my reading sometimes. Like I laugh too. It's kind of, isn't it horrible? Like, oh, this woman laughs at her own jokes. But I find the expressions, sometimes I do think they're funny. And the one of them where I like that one. I was like, what was it? I'm very smart. I can say, go on Twitter. I commit crime today, yesterday. Nobody catch. Kind of like Nunes, right? Nobody's going to catch the crime. He just talks about it every day, everywhere he goes. He's very smart. So anyway, so of course I don't need to go into what. So as you probably know, the tape that was on Rachel's show basically said that he doesn't like the tweets of the president. He knows he's doing illegal things, okay, or because he knows that whoever got those emails is screwed, okay, who's like spreading those stolen emails. A, B, he knows that the president, he's gonna save the president. He's very capable. He's saying, the whole thing with like impeaching Rosenstein, that's their goal. They talk about Kavanaugh, that they need to confirm Kavanaugh, and that's that. So basically, he knows. Guys, obviously I'm not a lawyer, but can you imagine if you're a lawyer, if you're on Mueller's team, you're gonna put that in front of that guy, bitch. We got this on tape. We didn't have to do anything. It was on the news. Okay, so what the hell? You know what I mean? Hello. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so then I have several questions here. Okay, so I'm going to read over them. So what are the immediate consequences to Devin Nunes? How did he feel? Was he excited? How did he feel when he learned this had happened? Can you imagine there's Devin Nunes going through his day, bullshitting, yet another day, and then he's like, hey, Devin, something's going to happen. Okay, what? Rachel Maddow has a tape of you talking. What? No. Deep State, Hillary, Obama. Partisan hack. Like, that doesn't work, okay? He could say all the stuff that he wants, but it doesn't work. And then it says, okay, so the other question is, what are the consequences to Kavanaugh's appointment, okay? Because nobody thinks at this point that he's going to go through. And then, what does Mueller think? Was Mueller laughing? I seriously, guys, I probably think they were laughing when they were like, check it out. So what does Mueller think of the tape? What crimes exactly? Okay, what does Paul Ryan think? Paul Ryan, poker face. You're so trustworthy, so genuine, Paul Ryan. Okay, and then what are the legal consequences of the tape to Devin Nunes? Oh. So, okay, I'm going to get started, guys, okay? All right, so what are the immediate consequences to Devin Nunes? Okay, all right. So let's see. So what are the immediate consequences to Devin Nunes of this? Oh my god, guys, it's like so funny because it's funny. It's almost like the stuff I see is like watching cartoons a little bit. So there he is walking, and then, for example, imagine a cartoon. Obviously, everything is an illustration. So when that comes out, all this stuff falls apart. Like his world falls apart, and he literally starts like. Like he's really like falling apart in the corner, like he's sitting like in the corner, like he's crying, and he knows there's people calling his office, and then he knows like nobody's calling him, or like I don't know, for something. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like he said he can tell that the people are kind of like looking at him weird, or like they know nobody wants to talk to him, or like there's just a sense of like he's a dead man walking. Oh yeah. So anyway, okay, so that's that. So how did okay, how does it, so how did it feel? Like it showed, okay, that's give the answer. Okay, so, oh, I didn't ask the question, but I want to ask now. I didn't write it down. So what happens to their, I've said, guys, I'm so happy that this came out too, because as you know, guys know, I had a, one time I was kind of like, guys, stop asking me about Rosenstein impeachment. It's not going to happen, never going to happen. But I feel like this confirms further that if they try to do that, it's obviously obstruction of justice. I don't think it's going to happen ever, really, for real. But what are the consequences to the Kavanaugh appointment? Guys, I remember thinking that it wasn't going to happen. Okay, there was this wait, and I was like, so let's see, what are the consequences to the appointment of Kavanaugh? It's interesting. The image I got was like an, like, have you seen, for example, rehearsals of the Oscars when they have a photo of a person on a cardboard, and it's showing that he was at the center. So after that happens, they're like, no, we're gonna put that aside. The Republicans are like, we have to arrest this. It's not like, it's not saying it's not gonna happen. It's like we have to put it aside. We can't go through with this. Not now. It's not gonna go through. So okay, are they gonna, okay, still, I have more questions about this. So about Kavanaugh and the relationship to the state. Are the Republicans going to push for the Kavanaugh appointment even after this tape? Is this going to affect them? Trying to push for him, or are they going to, because the image I saw was that they're going to put him on the side, put it to the side. What are they going to do? Yeah, it shows Mitch McConnell like, no, we're gonna stop. That's it. Because it's interesting, guys. I know how, for example, Mitch McConnell, he's very persistent, right? When he wanted to stop Obama, he was very persistent, and nothing would stop him. No matter what argument you had for him, he always had something. He always had like some no, but whatever. He's a piece of ass. Sorry, piece of ass. No, piece of turtle. A piece of ass meaning shit, piece of shit. Okay, POS, whatever. But anyway, so he's always trying. When it was Obama, he pushed. He never gave up. But I think this is the moment where he's like, no, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to go down. Okay, it's going to be, the appointment of Kavanaugh is going to be connected to obstruction of justice. So by appoint, it's like I think it could be argued that the appointment of Kavanaugh is an attempt to obstruct justice. It's clear from the tape. So that's what it's showing. So no, they'll be like, freeze this moment. Okay, freeze this guy. We're going to have to wait until something cools down. It's not right now. It can't be done. They're going to be like 2 months down or something later on. Because they know that this is, what's interesting, it's kind of like what the tape said, that they see the appointment of Kavanaugh as the ticket to eternity, okay? But it's almost like this made the ticket to eternity seem very toxic. Anybody who touches that, obstruction of justice. So he knows. I think he himself knows that he would be legally liable if he were to push for this, okay? All right. Not that he's going to get away scot-free, but, okay. So what does Mueller think of the tape? What was Mueller's reaction? I think that, I kind of think actually they actually have a copy of that tape, but it's amazing. They're like, oh my God, can you believe that? I think they're out in there. They work really late. Unlike somebody in the, who plays golf most of the time, they're working. They have really long hours. Okay, they work insane. They go to home. All the people who are in Mueller's team, they go home to take a shower and sleep, and they work as long as their eyes are open. Okay, so while Trump was having hamburgers doing nothing, they were working. So they were working. They were in the office. And they're like, check this out. Oh my God. Oh my God. No way. Can you believe? They're kind of shocked because they're like, it's so funny. We don't even have to work. Like, obviously they are working for it, but it's like those people are so guilty that they're saying not only are there's so many pieces of evidence, but that there's people willing to help the government. And they're kind of like, wow, never in our lifetimes can we imagine a case like this where the entire American population wants to help you. So it's kind of like, it's amazing. They're like, wow, it's crazy. Whoa. So, you know what I mean? It's like, eh. So Mueller himself, he's kind of amused, but he's not distracted. Like, he's not like he's not a person who's like gonna laugh and then like forget. Oh, whoa, no. He's like, I have something to do every day. Okay. He's like, not that I don't, you know what I mean? Meaning like for him, it's like it's such a big goal that he cannot be distracted by he cannot, I mean, maybe he's amused for 2 seconds, but he goes back to whatever. Okay, he knows already. It's not news for him. So it's like, oh yeah, right, okay, bye. Okay, so tell me, what does Paul Ryan think? Guys, what's so interesting about Paul Ryan is showing here that Paul Ryan feels at ease when he has to lie. He loves, I want to help out the American people. I do. I'm helping out the American people. Like, he loves lying. He's like, but it's very hard for him to, how to explain it? He doesn't know how to tell the truth, essentially. Okay, so he doesn't say, well, there was a crime and I was not involved. No, no. He knows it's like, but what's interesting, guys, about this guy is that it's like a con artist. He's like, it's funny. He's like Trump in the sense that he's a con artist and he has a persona, and the persona is that he can push the harshest, most awful policies that harm Americans, and he has, oh no, this is a great policy. We're so pleased. But what really kills him is having the true face show. He always and I think others knew that he was good at this too. He always prided himself in being a liar, like being able to lie when others can't lie as much as he does. But now he doesn't. He's like I said, he doesn't. Not just that he doesn't like being exposed, but he's almost like he doesn't know what authenticity is like. He doesn't know what it's like to be honest. Really, he's so accustomed to lying constantly that he, like, especially in the public eye, that he's just like, so he's just, he doesn't, he's like, he has to hide, guys, I see him in front of a mirror rehearsing because he doesn't know how to be honest. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how to convey, because like I said, it's like these criminals who I don't know. He's just pretending all the time. Okay, so what are the legal consequences of the tape to Devin Nunes? Guys, it's showing that this tape is going to follow him wherever he goes through for the rest of his life. He's going to have parole hearings, and they're going to be like, play the tape. I don't think Mr. Ryan, do you expect us to believe that you have changed? Do you... Oh, I'm sorry, I said Ryan. Freudian slip or psychic truth? Who knows? No, but it's talking about Nunes. So Nunes, it's funny because, Nunes is going to follow him wherever he goes. Like, they're going to play this tape. So it shows, this is the character of this person. Do you trust? It's like... Because they're going to use, obviously it's one thing to have all this evidence in a trial, but it's something else to have it in the public eye, because it's so undeniable. There's something about this. It's almost like this is going to become a historical moment. It's going to be a symbol of this era, the Nunes tapes. Okay. So it's like when we found out what the truth is about them. So that's that, guys. So guys, by the way, I'm not going to repeat I know you're going to ask me here about when he's going to be arrested. I did this video about the election between Nunes and Andrew Yance. and I'm probably gonna either release them right after each one, before the other, or one after the other. So you could, that tells you when, what happens with, the whole thing with arrest and stuff like that. It talks about how he leaves much more. This is just about the tape, okay? The other reading has more details about what comes next to him in prison and stuff, okay? All right, I'm gonna stop here. Okay, bye.